This is the Graduate Monkey Verbal Reasoning Test tutorial video. In this episode, we'll talk about types of statements or questions where there is insufficient information to answer the questions with full certainty. We will provide plenty of examples throughout the videos to help you consolidate your knowledge of this verbal reasoning problem type. So let's get going. As we explained in the introductory video, there are four major categories of verbal reasoning questions. One of them is insufficient information category. The insufficient information problems can be broken down into three types as shown here. Problem type number one, assumptions not based on the information given in the passage. Problem type number two, extension or stretching of facts. Problem type number three is unverifiable statements, where only a part of the statement may be true. So, what is insufficient information problem anyway? Insufficient information problem refers to a statement that cannot be fully verified, rejected, or supported based on the information provided in the passage. As already shown, there are three types of insufficient information statements or problems in a verbal reasoning test. Namely, assumptions not based on the information given in the passage, incorrect inferences or overstretched facts, and finally, unverifiable statements where only a part of the statement may be true. In all of the above cases, the correct answer should be cannot say. The assumptions that are not based on the passage are those statements that present information that's not contained in the passage. Let's take a look at several examples. Example number one follows. The statement says the following: a lender's decision to restructure a good quality debt would be deemed a borrower's default. According to the statement, if the lender decided to restructure a loan that was being serviced well, then the borrower would still be considered to have defaulted. But if we take a closer look at the passage, we can see that the definition of default includes a default of payment at the due date, bankruptcy, or debt restructuring given by a borrower's difficulties to face debt obligations. In other words, there's nothing that mentions the restructuring of a good quality debt in the context of default. Therefore, the statement is not based on the information contained in the passage, and the answer must be cannot say. Here is another example for the assumptions not based on the passage. The statement says that there are mammals that have more than 4 legs. When you read the text passage, you'll find no information that contradicts this statement, although the passage does state that the basic body type is a 4-legged land-born animal. The passage does not specify whether there are other types of mammals that exist in addition to the basic 4-legged land-born species. Hence, the assumption is not based on the passage, and the answer should be cannot say. The problem is extension or overstretching of facts. Extension or overstretching of facts. In such cases, the statement typically stretches the facts provided in the passage to the point of uncertainty, so it cannot be fully verified, supported, or even rejected. In the given passage, you are given various pieces of information about types of miscarriages or pregnancy losses. The statement claims that for molar pregnancy to occur, an extra set of paternal chromosomes should combine with maternal chromosomes in a fertilized egg. Notice that a part of the statement does correspond to the information given in the passage. However, it's not clear what the paternal chromosomes are expected to combine with. Thus, the maternal chromosomes part is an extension or overstretching of given facts that cannot be verified, accepted, or rejected. And therefore, the correct answer should be cannot say. Now, in the following passage, both positive and negative outcomes of online social networking are discussed. However, based on the information provided, it's not clear if the positive impacts or outcomes outweigh the negative ones. Hence, the correct answer should be, again, cannot say. Consider the given this given statement. If interest rates remain stable or if they declined, fewer subprime mortgage loans that are subject to variable rates would default than they would in a scenario where interest rates were constantly increased. If high interest rates makes the subprime loans riskier to the borrowers, then could lower rates result in fewer defaults by the same borrowers? Well, you may assume so. However, the subprime default rates may also be influenced by factors other than interest rates. Further, the passage does not provide a hint that low interest rates may be specifically positive for the subprime mortgage loans. In sum, the correct answer again should be cannot say. Now, see the final example for the extension statements. Here, you face a generalized statement that the population of England is either overweight or obese. However, the passage states only that most adults in England are overweight or obese, not most of England's population. Therefore, generalizing from most adults to most of the population is an extension of the provided facts. Next session will cover unverifiable statements, where only a part of the given statement may be true. Unverifiable statements. Unverifiable statements refer to a piece of information that cannot be verified based on the content of a relevant passage. In other words, it cannot be confirmed as being either true or false. Let's see an example. Comprehensive aptitude test tutorials only on graduatemonkey.com.